Hello again, and welcome back to Stephen K. De Silva Ministries. And here we are at the opening gate, the first Monday of 2020. And I know you, like me, we have all of our New Year resolutions just popping away, right? We have our awesome lists. We've pondered these and weighed them out and made our list. And now we're executing. Yeah, here we are. We're only just a few days into the year, and we're just doing it, man. We're doing our New Year's resolutions. One of my New Year resolutions was to eat better. I've got a second one, and that is to lose weight. Now, this isn't part of today's message, but I want to tell you about this awesome diet I found. In fact, I think I'm going to call it the Prosperous Soul Diet. And this is all private. Don't tell anybody, but this is a little secret thing I've been working on. The Prosperous Soul Diet. It's called the ELF diet. E as in eat, L as in less, and F as in food. Eat less food. Oh my gosh, this is going to take the nation by storm. Just did you know that if you eat less food, you lose weight? It's crazy, the relationship between volume and volume. So I'm working on my diet. I went to the gym this morning. I'm in there. I'm on the rowing machine. I'm going at it, sweating it out, working out. I'm thinking how fun it is to launch into this year, and I am so excited about 2020. But this morning, I was nosing around after my gym time. I'm sitting here in my office, and I'm looking around on the internet for what's going on that I could talk about. And what pops up is the 30 top goals for 2020. So some organization, and there's probably hundreds of these surveys, have gone through and examined or asked, what are your top priorities for 2020? What are your New Year resolutions? So here's a survey. It gives us 30. Now I listed them in the language for this little live Facebook, but I'll just read a couple here. Number 1, lose weight. I'm right on target, man. I'm in the crowd of Americans or people worldwide, at least, who want a top priority of losing weight. Number 2, travel the world, go on holiday. Okay. Number 3, pay off debt or get back on track financially. The list goes on. 4, 5, 6. There's 30 of these. I mean, the list is huge. And, they include everything from joining a gym to having a baby to getting engaged to going vegan. I mean, there's just all these awesome New Year resolutions that people are working on. And I got to thinking, my New Year resolutions have very little impact on Donna. So my wife has her list, I have my list. But my list is like eat less food, go to the gym, and I go really early. Most of the time, she'll go with me. But if she doesn't, who cares? She stays in bed, I still go. So this is the plan. My point is, many of my current New Year resolutions don't impact my spouse, but some do. And in the past, ours did. Donna and I had lists in the past that would affect the other person. And the question is, how do we blend those ideas? What do we do when one of our New Year resolutions affects, maybe negatively, our partner? Now realize, in the top 3 causes of trouble with couples is communication and money. So this issue is real. We need to know, how does a couple do our New Year resolution, our big motivation for the year? How do we do that without, creating a bunch of problems inside of our relationship? Now, the easy answer is you just make the other person do it. But that is not not what we're about here. I want to show you a really simple tool that my wife and I learned years ago when we were doing some of the big items that were on this list today. Here's one. Number 9, buy a car. Number 4, home improvements. Do you know that one of the most stressful things a couple will do is a home improvement? Yeah, some kind of a kitchen remodel or a bathroom remodel. So some of these really affect our partner. Well, I just took a section of these out of the middle and listed them on a list. Now I'm going to go old school here and get out the clipboard, right? So this thing is called a priority war. And it's not a war between people, it's a war between ideas. So this is really simple and it really works. We list our priorities and I just have here for example 5. And for the example, one of us has this priority list. These are what we care about. And the other person, the spouse, gets the same list, but they have a different order. You see how that works? And these aren't really ours, but let's say we decide this year we want to go on a vacation, we want to pay off some debt, we want to improve the home, we want to buy a house, we want to buy a car. Can you see how that list will compete with one another? When we have a limited amount of income and even more limited amount of spending space, how are we going to get all of our New Year resolutions to fit into this limited amount? The answer is you make your list and you place them in order. And that's that first column, which I just called me, which isn't really me, but you get what my point is. Here we are. We list in order one of the partners in the couple. We say, I think my most important thing is I want to have a holiday. My second priority would pay off the debt. Then I'll improve the home. Then I would like to work toward buying a home. And then we really need to replace the car. But this particular person here thinks that it's more important to work toward a home than it is toward a car. It's still important because it made the list. It's just not as important as these above it. Does that make sense? Now, the partner in this relationship, the other person, has, maybe a different order. I'll pretend this is Donna. I'm going to say she thinks paying off the debt is the most important thing we can do. The second most is work toward buying a house. Then we should go after the car. I think improving the home is important, but it follows number 4. And of course, it's always fun to go on a vacation or holiday, so the spouse happens to say, I think that's lowest on my priority list. So here you get to see the competition between these two between these two in the marriage. Now, what you do is you begin to allow these priorities to battle one another, and you don't make it a personal attack. You detach from the arguments and you allow these things to compete with one another. What's going to win out for the merge of our home? So it's me as an individual and the other spouse as the other individual, both powerful people, but we have to come together and build unanimous agreement on what is our household going to fight for with these limited resources in order. And look how it's changed. Now it looks like the spouse, I'll say the woman, I'll say Donna, maybe she wins top priority. We talk and they argue and we both agree, oh, you know what? You're right. I wanted us to take a vacation, but I really think you're right. Let's put in the we column our number 1 priority, and it gets to win position A. But look at B. B is they decided, I think we should both improve the house. I think this is our combined goal. Let's work on improving the house, and we're going to set that as number 2. Isn't that interesting that the husband lost a little bit of ground? He didn't get, he wanted to pay off the debt second, Well, I think we're going to do the house improvement second instead. And so he gives up a little bit. But look at her. She wanted to buy a house. Okay, she gives a little bit up too. And so we compromise and agree upon a unanimous decision. So the priority war is an argument between these discussions, these ideas. We have a limited amount of time and money. So how are we going to make the most together in this family? And these ideas war back and forth, and you come up with a new combined we priority list. This has worked so well for Donna and I because I don't feel threatened. I get to have my list. She gets to have her list. Her list is different than mine. My list doesn't have to disappear or sacrifice. I still get this. But we agree as adults, as healthy husband and wife, let's move our household forward, and let's do it with a priority war. And often that priority war will come up with a new set of a new order to these priorities, and boom, you find unanimous agreement. This is what we're after. Don't allow your money to create crisis in your home. I've said it before. You should happen to your money. Don't let your money happen to you. And one of the ways you do it as a couple is with the priority war. Work through these agreements and happen to your budget for this year and your spending for the 2020 year. You don't have to let your money master you. It might be limited. You know, everyone has some limitation, with very few exceptions. We all live in an environment where we have more dreams and hopes and wants than we actually have the means to reach. I think God engineered it that way. He told us to be fruitful and multiply, and He put us in an environment because of our decisions where the ground was hard. So the fact that you have limitation isn't a thing to preach to you. Don't let your circumstances tell you my life is good or bad. That's a bad plan. What you do instead, let yourself dream, build your New Year resolution lists, put them in order, and let each of you in a couple have a big voice. You're both powerful. And then powerfully and intentionally agree upon your home priority list. If you have to surrender some things, do that for the sake of the home. Let's work together, and let's stop allowing money to drive wedges into couples. There's no need for that, and we can live in a prosperous home with the help of a priority war. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching, and I pray that 2020 is an amazing year as we work our way through our very important lists of New Year's resolutions. Now I'm just going to, it's my lunchtime, so I'm going to open up, can you believe this? My little container of celery and broccoli, because remember, I'm on the ELF diet. Watch for it in stores when I come out with this awesome idea. You heard it here first. God bless you guys. And here's my prayer. Father, would you profoundly protect every home, and would you move us forward as couples or singles in your intention for our lives. I pray our lives would rise like a beautiful fragrance. In Jesus' name I pray. Oops, I'm getting a call. I guess that means it's time to go. Love you guys. God bless you, and God bless 2020. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm Stephen K. De Silva, and you're probably wondering, why have I never heard this information before? Well, now you can by going up into this corner and subscribing to this channel. Or you can go to this corner and watch the next video. There is tons of information I'm giving you. Go check it out and go deeper. Or better yet, go to the link below and go check out my website. I've got some free stuff on there. Go get that and go see lots of resources so you can finally master your money. Hey, I gotta go record another video. I'll see you soon. Bye.